you might be in the wrong business. Welcome to part 2 of Windshield Wisdom. We were talking about in the last episode expiration dates in your business. And every relationship has a shelf life, or every prospect, sales prospect has a shelf life. And I want to continue on that pattern, or that path today. First off, we had, if you missed it, go back to the last episode about expiration dates. And secondly, we talked about the fact that I had a customer service question. I emailed in and then called in. I got an email response a week later, and when I called in, they couldn't answer my question. And at that point, I had made other arrangements to purchase a different PA system. And that different PA system brings me to the subject of today's episode of Windshield Wisdom. And that is, automation's great to a point. And here's what I mean by that. We love to automate tasks. Email marketing, social media management, phone systems, and I caution you with that. As convenient as some of that might be, there's a huge downside, and that huge downside is trust and actual human connection, and not creating friction points in the customer experience and the sales experience. What do I mean by that? Well, that second company I reached out to with questions about their PA system responded not with an automated voicemail prompt, not with an email autoresponder, but with a bot on social media. I had to try and connect with them because they didn't answer their phone and they didn't respond to email at all. I had to try and connect with them on their Facebook page via Facebook Messenger, which I absolutely detest because so many of these brands outsource real customer service with a bot. So I got an autoresponder bot just saying, "Hello, I'm a bot." And I kind of get that they do that, but does anyone who has a question or wants to reach out to a brand say, "You know what, I'd really rather talk to a robot or artificial intelligence than an actual human"? And people who think artificial intelligence or bots can answer a question more effectively than a human, personally, I believe you're sadly mistaken, because they're not smarter than humans. Humans engineered and created and programmed these very things. Therefore, someone smarter than you made you? Yeah, a human is a better resource. So I got very frustrated because the bot responded, again, like a week later. It wasn't even automatic. It was a week later. So is it really a bot? Is it really automated if it took a week for it to kind of trip the system and get it to blast out a response? I don't think so. And it responded with, call our 800 number. When I specifically said in the message I sent, I called your 800 number, and I emailed your info at email address on your website. I got no response, so I'm reaching out to you via Messenger now. And their default response was call our 800 number between the hours of 8 a.m. Central and 4 p.m. Sorry, that's not happening, because that was already a failed experiment. So there's another example of a company that lost a sale, but more importantly, created a friction point, created a pissed off customer who's now telling that story. And while not mentioning the brand by name on YouTube, I've more than once mentioned that to a group of people I've spoken to since that day. So anyway, it brings me to my next point, and that is when you think you can get the right answers to your questions for free on the internet, you often will not. So this is how we're going to wrap this up. I needed to know what plugs would connect to a digital recorder and line out from the PA system so I could record onto my Zoom H4n digital recorder that I do all my podcasts on. And neither of these two brands could answer my question. I went on a online Facebook group. I know, roll your eyes. I'm actually kicking my own ass for thinking I could get an intelligent answer in a Facebook group, for like a podcasting Facebook group. And then I also went on a videography message board or group asking the same question. I get 20 different answers, or really variations of a couple different strategies from 20 different people, I should say, and none of them were correct. None of them worked. My point being, this has nothing to do with PA system. It has nothing to do with me, really. It has everything to do with you, your business, your industry, and how and where you seek out information. I got an answer to my question. I got the correct answer to my question by doing one simple thing. I hired an audio engineer. I consulted with an expert, and I paid them to solve my problem. It's that simple. I know that the internet has made everything exponentially faster, simple answers, more convenient, and more right at your fingertips. But not everything warrants a simple answer. Often, what you're trying to get done in your business is a complex problem, or the answer would have been, I assume, if you're watching this and you're part of my community, or you follow me, you read my books, you got to be a pretty intelligent person. So if you're a pretty intelligent person, which I'm confident you are, and you don't already know the answer, and you don't have the answer, the odds are pretty strong that simply going online and Googling it, going into a chat room or a Facebook group, is going to be a waste of time, and time is money. You are better off learn the easy lesson by following my advice rather than the hard lesson I had to learn by actually stumbling through this and not taking my own medicine. Consult with an expert. Hire somebody. The money you spend is not an expenditure. It's an investment. It's an investment in two things. Number one, your sanity. Number two, your time. You got to be able to put a dollar value on your time. The amount of time that you spend researching things, you could be spending doing your highest revenue producing activity, selling, advising, providing whatever service or experience you provide in your business that makes you money, as opposed to stumbling, fumbling, bumbling, trying to figure out a complex answer when you can just hire somebody to figure it out for you. And the beauty of doing that is when you're willing to invest your money in expertise, you create a referral partner for yourself. The example I would give you is when I founded my business, I could have gone two routes. I could have done like articles of incorporation and filing, LLC paperwork using like LegalZoom.com or one of those online services for a fraction of the money, or I could have invested in hiring a local attorney. And I chose to invest in hiring a local attorney here. Making sure that you get your business set up correctly and everything's filed appropriately with the government is kind of important. That was an understatement. So I don't want that left up to chance to someone who all I am is a credit card number and a name on it, an online account in the cloud. I want to be able to see the person's face, the white of their eyes, so to speak, and sit down with them. Number one, for accountability reasons. They know they're going to see me again. I know where they live, so to speak. But also, number two, more importantly, is for business development reasons. For me, starting a business, I wanted to be able to have referral partners right out of the gates. People that need executive coaching also need an attorney. People that need an attorney who are business owners will also need executive coaching. It's a synergistic or symbiotic relationship, and I can't tell you how many times I've referred people to my attorney and how many times he has referred people to me and also recommended me for speaking gigs. That never would have happened with LegalZoom. And I think that as you seek out answers or you need to hire somebody, make a real connection with a real human being. Don't simply try and outsource your answer online for free or paid. Connect face to face. There's far more value on the back end in terms of having a referral partner, developing a relationship, a professional friendship even. My lawyers invited me to golf outings, and we're both craft beer aficionados. These are relationships that wouldn't be cultivated otherwise. So I encourage you to do two things. Pay for advice to save your sanity and save your time. Don't outsource your customer service to a bot, 1-800-NO-SERVICE, or whatever your 1-800 number is that you're thinking about utilizing. Have a real human who answers your phone. And if you're a solopreneur, like a one-man band, like me, so to speak, or a small business, there is no reason why you can't have call forwarding to your cell phone, your business partner's cell phone, from your landline. I mean, that's what phone systems are for. And your phone is, it's your computer, it's your video camera, like I'm recording this on my phone right now. It's your radio station, you listen to podcasts, internet radio. It's everything. And there's more technology in that phone that's in your pocket or your purse than in a studio quality television camera from 10 years ago, than in a landline phone system from probably current, or at least 6 months ago, and far more technology than you ever find in a radio. My last laptop computer had less memory and speed and bandwidth than my current iPhone. Think about that. So you've got these resources at your fingertips. Use them to create real connections. Yeah, it's technology, but use technology wisely. It is a gateway. It's a great gateway to real human connection. So I encourage you to do that today, and don't leave that to chance, and don't leave it to a bot. I think artificial intelligence is an oxymoron. So I'm going to leave you with that, and if you've enjoyed this, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, BrewTube, and for more windshield wisdom in the form of video, podcast, articles, you can go to coachbrew.com, and when you click on my homepage, you just fill in your email address at the top of the page. You'll receive a special report, which is really a free month of my premium membership community newsletter, and that will automatically be delivered to you. It's 12 ways to improve your results in sales, and you can head on over to coachbrew.com right now and grab yourself a copy of that. We'll see you in the next episode of Windshield Wisdom.